Guys, let me tell you something. Meghan Markle just got the shock of her life. This isn't coming from the British tabloids. This isn't gossip whispered behind closed doors this time. It's Japan, yes, Japan, openly condemning her behavior and dragging her so badly that even her most loyal supporters are scrambling to cover for her. The so-called drama Duchess has once again gone viral, but not for anything inspiring or positive. No, this is humiliation on a global scale. And the way Japan handled her? Absolutely brutal, precise, and with zero tolerance for her usual victim playing. It's the kind of takedown that leaves no room for spin. Here's the cold, hard truth: Meghan Markle's reputation isn't just crumbling in the UK or the US. This latest backlash from Japan proves that her negative image has gone international, and honestly, it's not surprising. People across the globe are fed up with her endless drama, contradictions, and her obsession with painting herself as the eternal victim while cashing in on the very institutions she criticizes. In Japan, a culture that values humility, respect, and quiet dignity, Meghan's constant need for attention comes off as downright offensive. Instead of admiration, she's met with disdain. The viral discussions flooding Japanese social platforms paint her not as a trailblazer, but as an opportunist who disrespects traditions for personal gain. This is bigger than scandal. It's proof that Meghan Markle is no longer just disliked, she's seen as a global embarrassment. What makes this sting even more is how blunt Japan's criticism has been. Unlike the West, where PR teams soften every blow, Japan's commentary has been direct, sharp, and unapologetic. They've called her out for being manipulative, self-centered, and completely tone-deaf to cultural values. Japanese commentators have outright said that Meghan symbolizes the worst side of Western celebrity culture, a culture obsessed with money, spotlight, and fabricated narratives. Imagine that: an entire nation condemning her not because of race, not because of old royal grudges, but purely because of her actions and her attitude. That's why this story is blowing up online, because it's not biased gossip, it's a straightforward cultural rejection of Meghan Markle's entire persona. And the viral traction proves people agree. Finally, someone said what everyone's been thinking. Now, let's be real: Meghan thrives on visibility. Every podcast, every staged photo op, every Netflix deal, it's all about keeping her name trending. But this time, the viral attention isn't working in her favor. Japan's condemnation has sparked millions of views across YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and even mainstream outlets are picking up the heat. And here's the kicker: instead of sympathy, people are laughing. Memes are spreading like wildfire, mocking her drama Duchess persona. The humiliation is raw, because Meghan's usual strategy, playing misunderstood, crying about unfair treatment, doesn't work against Japan's no-nonsense takedown. She can't twist this into a racism narrative, she can't point to royal insiders. This is an entire culture saying, "We see through you." That level of exposure is dangerous, because it chips away at the very foundation of her brand. And if Meghan Markle has any sense left, she should be terrified right now. Once your scandals start crossing borders, once entire countries begin to collectively reject your image, there's no easy way back. Think about it: Japan is respected worldwide for its cultural discipline and integrity. When they condemn someone, it carries weight far beyond their borders. Other nations watch and listen. Meghan's humiliation in Japan is a warning shot. Her influence is shrinking, and her carefully curated global brand is unraveling fast. This isn't just bad press, this is a wake-up call. The world has caught on to the drama, the contradictions, and the endless, poor me act. And once that mask slips, there's no putting it back on. Meghan's problem is no longer the British press, it's the world. What people don't realize is that Meghan's downfall isn't happening in slow motion anymore, it's accelerating, and Japan's condemnation has simply exposed what's been brewing for years. Every time she steps in front of a camera, instead of authenticity, people see performance. Instead of sincerity, they see calculation. And in cultures like Japan, where actions speak louder than words, that kind of pretense doesn't survive. The more she tries to package herself as relatable, the more audiences outside her carefully curated fanbase see through the act. That's why the backlash has been so brutal. It's not random hate, it's built on the frustration of people tired of being sold a narrative that doesn't match reality. The biggest irony in all of this is that Meghan has always claimed she wanted global respect, yet her actions keep delivering the opposite. She talks about humanitarian work, yet every major appearance feels scripted around her personal gain. She talks about cultural awareness, yet she bulldozes traditions whenever it suits her. Japan, a nation that prides itself on restraint and subtlety, has basically looked at Meghan and said, "You are the exact opposite of what we value." And that stings, because you can't spin cultural rejection. It's not about one scandal, it's about who you are at your core. When an entire culture decides your personality is incompatible with their values, that's a rejection you can't rebrand away. And let's not pretend Meghan doesn't know this. She monitors headlines, she watches social media, she sees the backlash. And yet, instead of reflecting and changing, she doubles down, blaming others, shifting responsibility, or crying foul whenever the heat gets too intense. But this time, Japan isn't letting her off the hook. The viral response shows people have lost patience with her endless cycle of drama. It's like the internet collectively shrugged and said, "Enough." The reason this story is snowballing is because it taps into something deeper: fatigue. People are tired of being dragged into Meghan's constant whirlpool of self-promotion disguised as victimhood. What's worse for Meghan is that Japan's rejection might trigger others to speak out more bluntly too. Once one respected voice calls you out, it gives permission for others to follow. We've seen this play out before with celebrities. Once the cracks in their image start showing, the criticism snowballs until it becomes impossible to silence. Meghan's carefully crafted PR machine might have shielded her in Hollywood, but it can't silence nations. The ripple effect is real, and the more viral this condemnation goes, the more courage it gives people in other regions to publicly echo what they've been whispering privately all along: that Meghan Markle is a brand built on drama, not substance. At the end of the day, this isn't just about Meghan being humiliated, it's about her running out of safe spaces. When you lose Britain, then America starts side-eyeing you, and now Japan openly rejects you. Where exactly do you run? The whole global icon dream begins to collapse when the world is laughing instead of applauding. Meghan is facing something worse than scandal irrelevance wrapped in ridicule. And if she doesn't realize how devastating this is for her brand, then she's already lost the game. Because the truth is, the world has caught on, and once audiences collectively turn, no Netflix deal, no podcast, no PR stunt can rebuild that trust.